His is the best victory, part 1 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples, held in English.
Warning, sensitive images.
Người yêu ơi, biết chăng một loài hoa mơ màng, màn danh nhan huyền diệu, nhưng quên ta đừng quên nhau.
Hello?
Hi, Master.
It's the right number. It's the right number. You guys answer a little late. I thought it's the wrong number. Yeah. How are you? How is everything? Good?
We are good, Master. Thank you.
Master. And how is Master?
I'm okay. Not too well at the moment.
Oh.
But I feel like every minute is so precious. I have to do whatever I can to help the world by maybe spreading messages, talking through you guys.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
Thank you,
Master.
Master.
That's the least we can do, huh?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
I prayed before to God and all the masters to let me be the humble servant, instrument to benefit other beings as much as possible, so that they can be enlightened, liberated, and have peace. I normally pray alone, but maybe we should pray together now for a few seconds, that all beings will be benefited from whatever our conference offers.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
By God's grace and by all the masters, saints, and sages in all directions. So be it. Amen.
Amen.
I'm going to read you the story from the Quran. There are several stories, but I choose this one today. It's just a little shorter, as I don't feel too on top of the world. Unless you want some questions first.
Yes, Master, we have a question.
You have, please.
Yes, Master. Why hasn't Master mentioned the threats of war between China and Taiwan or between Russia and Ukraine?
I haven't.
I think no, Master.
No?
No.
Wow.
Well, it's scary, Master.
Ah,
Scary.
it is scary?
Yes, Master,
Yes,
it
kind of
is.
scary.
Wow. Maybe I'm too scared to mention. Maybe I'm too scared like you. Yeah? So, we are all one. So if you're scared, I'm scared now. Yeah.
Meanwhile, China reportedly has sent as many as about 39 warplanes into Taiwan's air defense zone on Sunday. The island nation's government has said that this is in fact the second largest incursion on record. The island nation is a democratic and an autonomous ruled nation. However, China has said that Taiwan is a part of its territory as a part of its larger One China policy. And in recent years, Xi Jinping has also threatened to in fact invade and, if necessary, take over Taiwan by force. The last quarter of 2021 saw a massive spike in the number of incursions from China into Taiwan's air defense identification zone.
Xi Jinping is once again flexing his military muscle. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province. The Chinese military is rehearsing how it can take this province back by force. When Nancy Pelosi came, China surrounded Taiwan and dispatched warships and warplanes and fired missiles over the islands. This time, they're doing the exact same thing. No change really in Beijing's approach on how it is going to make its point. Reports say 30 fighter jets took to the skies today. 15 of them crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait. The median line is the de facto border between Taiwan and China. And the Chinese have been crossing it regularly. And Chinese planes crossed this border again today. Where were the rest of the jets? They were near the airspace of Taiwan. China sent naval vessels too. Taiwan's defense ministry spotted at least 5 of them. Beijing says the US is now playing what it calls cheap political tricks. This is from the Chinese defense ministry. The Chinese People's Liberation Army continues to train and prepare for war, resolutely defends national sovereignty and territorial integrity, and will resolutely crush any form of Taiwan independence, separatism, and foreign interference. So the warning is clear, has been clear for a few weeks now. China says the PLA is preparing for war. It is threatening to crush Taiwan's hopes of independence.
The reason I did not mention it is because we have so many other things also.
Yes.
Of course, it's urgent and it's pressing, yeah, and I know about it. Everybody knows about it. But I don't think that they are that bloodthirsty to cause much more suffering to the citizens of the world.
Yes, Master.
I believe they are decent, elderly, and have enough intelligence to understand and not to do this kind of silly war game anymore in our time.
Yes.
Yeah, understand.
That's why I just didn't worry much about it. You see, people in the world suffer too much already, don't you think?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
they do.
Yes. Besides, I have mentioned, we have talked about that many times already. And we even air some ads about how terrible war is
Right, yes.
and how much suffering and how much it costs lives and financially
Yes.
Yes.
for the war, before, during, and after.
Yes, Master.
So I don't think we need to repeat again and again as if they are idiots. Are they idiots? We hope not.
Oh,
Yeah. And if they are, then we can't do anything. You can't talk to idiots, no matter how long.
Yes, Master.
So I just go about my business. You know, I'm a busy woman, no?
Yes.
Right.
will they make war, Master?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's good to hear. Wow.
No matter what, I'm too tired of talking to deaf ears if they want to make war.
Yes, Master.
Let's hope they don't.
And I think they will not. What for, huh?
Yes.
Right.
About China, since you ask. For example, China, they gain nothing invading Taiwan. Oh, of course, they gain something. A very, very bad name
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
for the whole world to call them. Like a bloodthirsty bully wolf, something like that. Doesn't that sound nice?
No.
No, Master.
No. And history also will judge them first.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Right, Master.
And when they finish their lifespan on earth, they will have to go to hell and endure all kinds of punishment that is unimaginably painful and excruciating. They all profess that they are Christian or Buddhist, but they don't remember the laws of their religion even if they say they are separate religions. But all religions point to the same. If you do good, you go to heaven. If you bad, you go to hell. As you sow, so shall you reap, and the law of karma never fails. You see, God gave them all power and wealth to distribute, not to hoard them. And instead of using this privilege to help their citizens, they are using it to produce weapons and mass destructive killer weapons, and then use those to oppress and to harass others, weaker nations. This will earn them a lot of thousands or maybe even millions of hell years and endless suffering. I used to live in one country, and the leader of that country falsely accused me of tax evasion. At that time, we didn't even earn that much money, not very big business. And because I knew him, of course, and I tried to help, but I could not. Every time I wanted to reach him, he's been chased away by karma and a group of vicious demons in that dark, miserable world of his. And he's still not done with it yet. And that's just one karma. It's to falsely accuse an innocent person, like myself. And then there are more other piling up karma from his own life as well. I don't know when will he finish with hell. That was fresh karma only, this lifetime. Many other karmas are still awaiting him. Just one simple accusation, falsely created, just to besmear somebody that he doesn't like. That's it. And he's been chased relentlessly in that dark, hellish world. And he's always terrified, always has to hide, always has to be scared, with hunger and thirst and all that as well. He has nowhere to hide, nowhere to even have peace or just reprieve for a while. It's a pity. So, you see, if these leaders, they call themselves Christian and Buddhist, and they don't understand the law of karma, meaning as you sow, so shall you reap, the law of cause and retribution, then there's no one who can help them.
Yes, Master.
China has a very big history of invading other countries.
Yes.
Vietnam, for example, a long time ago, for thousands of years, off and on, often. And many other countries, Tibet and whatever. So I think it's time for them to learn the lesson of peace, and they will stop. I don't think they make war anymore. As I told you before, they're not that much of an idiot.
Yes,
Master.
We hope so.
I hope so too.
Let's hope.
Taiwan is just a small, little island, peaceful community.
That's right.
Yes.
They are not making trouble with anybody, with any of their neighbors. They are not troubling China in any way. And since they became an independent country for 100 years already, just let them be.
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
Master.
Leave Taiwan alone in peace, huh?
Yes.
Right, Master.
That's the best for China. Of course, it's the best for Taiwan also. And if I were a Chinese leader, I would just recommend Taiwan to be an independent country and go into the UN like everyone else.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Many other countries smaller than Taiwan are already in the UN, with all dignity and independence and respect from all the world. I don't know what's wrong, why Taiwan cannot be.
Yes.
Yes.
And if Chinese leaders do that, let Taiwan be one of the members of the UN, then the whole world will praise them. And the Taiwanese people will pray for them. And then be even more friendly to them and more cooperative. It's better for China that way.
Yes,
Yes,
true,
for
Master.
sure.
If I were a Chinese leader, of course, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just an old woman sitting in my little 2x3 villa and reading bedtime stories for my little kids. Little old gray hair or some green hair kid. Yeah. I'm doing my job, my self-volunteer committed job. Just like I'm self-committed for house arrest here, self-volunteer to pray for the world. I'm doing what I can. Of course, I pray also for China, Taiwan, Ukraine, and Russia.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
We pray too also.
Yes, if you think about it and have a little time, anybody can pray for them.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, peace is the best victory you can have.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Even if you win the bloody war, every war is bloody.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Right.
What is there when you die? What do you get? Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What do you bring to the 1 square meter that you lay in, even if you have 1 square meter? Sometimes they put somebody else on top of you or beneath you already
Yes.
Yes.
because short of space.
Yes, Master.
So in some graves they have like a condo, one coffin on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see the other one, but they bury one and later they bury another one on it. It's cheaper that way. It's also economical.
Yeah.
Why not? When you die, you die. You know nothing anymore anyway. What for to complain about space, yeah? You see, the way we build a villa, it's just like a tomb for you. If anything happens, we just seal the door and sayonara. Good night.
Very convenient.
Yeah, it's a long night. Yeah? Forever night. Yes. Now you can rest. No more Supreme Master television to bother you. Nothing. No more your master calling you at any odd hour and say, "Hey, listen, wake up. We have to work." Urgent. Okay, something like that.
Hoa tươi màu xanh xanh, đẹp như màu thiên thanh, nơi địa đàng cũng xa, ngân hà cao vời vợi, xanh khơi tình bao la. Biết chăng em đừng quên nhau, đừng quên ta. Biết chăng em đừng quên nhau, đừng quên ta. Đừng quên ta.
Those who do identify as vegan Christians are pushing the boundaries of the faith. They're laboring through study, dialogue, and consistent action to expand the Christian circle of compassion to include all creatures, and their numbers continue to grow. The Reverend Lauren Lisa Ng, vegan,